Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. There are some amusing parts in this comedy, but some are just, I'm tempted to say gruesome, disgusting, but one, first, it depends on your taste, and it's perhaps one of those moments when you say the gustibus non est disputandum, tastes vary, and they're not to be discussed. And then, second of all, standards have changed. Some bathroom humor, which I think may have looked impossible in previous decades, now it's mainstream. I'm thinking Bridesmaids, a film nominated for some Oscars, where one of those maids is using a sink in a luxurious haute couture, if I remember well, shop, high class, high end anyway. They've eaten somewhere and they have a bug. One is doing it in the middle of the road as she's crossing the street among a multitude of cars, and the other one is just using the sink in this spectacular environment. However, there are some moments, some scenes where I didn't know what to think and what to do to change the channel. I applied the Aristotelian law, the golden rule, which suggests you choose the middle path in things that matter. That's where you have to be concerned, not for a comedy like Silent Jane. You can forget about this note and about the comedy. That's not important. Neither of them is. But in terms of, for instance, Aristotle gives the example. You have to decide between giving all your fortune and not giving anything, being stingy in the extreme. You have to choose the middle path. Don't give everything and then you have to depend on the charity of others and send your family to destitution. And don't be stingy. Don't be the one who's not giving anything. Choose the middle path. Give to the poor, not everything. And here, I decided not to watch with extreme attention because the film is not worth it. And try and see what's in there. After all, they have Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Gus Van Sant. Supposedly he's working on Good Will Hunting 2, a movie within a movie, but just for some scenes. Chris Rock, Will Ferrell. There are other great comedians in there. And Boy Termina is destroying it if allowed, and anything else. So I'm thinking of some scenes which are bizarre. First of all, there's a leitmotif, it comes back. I'm the commander of the cliff, says Jay. And he keeps repeating this thing. Of course, it's supposed to be funny, but is it? That's the question, to be or not to be. And then, to give another example, they hitchhike. And as they hitchhike, there's an old man across the street, a good comedian, a good actor also. And is explaining the book, the first rule in the book. What book? The unwritten book of the road. So you have to give blowjobs. What do you mean? You have to give. What do you think anybody would stops to just like that? You have to give. It doesn't matter who it is, and indeed, as a truck driver stops and takes the old man, as the others protest, well, we're not gay. It doesn't matter. This is a bit funny. It's at the limit again. This part with where humor is indeed relevant because of the trends in society. We're getting there. We may have gotten there already. I don't know. He says it doesn't matter today. Gay, it's irrelevant. It not that. I don't have the quote, but it's a flux, and you get to see these things online. I'm pansexual. I'm sapiosexual. I don't know what else. I mean, I've read some things, but I forgot what other possibilities are there. Multiple, it seems. So as the truck driver stops, a heavy, overweight one, we have to be careful not to say fat. Fat shaming is bad. Illegal, but probably perhaps in some places. The old man is going down on, and that's, and applying the rule as they get picked by a nun of all places. When Jay is, she invites, they both stay in the back because they're worried about this law. I mean, well, how do we do it? And as Jay is in front, he's pushing down to apply the first rule in the unwritten book of the road, and he gets kicked by the nun. So I don't know, that's somewhat funny, but the film overall is not special, really.